Welcome to the fourth tutorial here. This final tutorial is going to put a few things together. We're going to use a loop and some things like that. This is set up for the battle. Now, there are a lot of different programs that we ran throughout our robotics camp. However, this is one that's fun for the kids. I like to build the robots and put them in the area and let them battle. The first thing that we needed was up top. We're going to run a loop. Alright, and that loop, we're going to come in. As you see, I just go inside of here and drop. Loop opens up and it comes in. We're going to slow this down a little bit, so we don't want it going crazy fast. And we're going to set this up for unlimited, because we want this to continually run until, and remember this wait for we went through, until we have a light sensor. Alright, we have our light sensor pointing down, so the whiteboard we want it to continue to run on. Once it met the edge where the black tape was, we wanted it to stop. Now, you got to get your light readings off of the black tape and the white to know what the difference was. Our difference, the black would read somewhere around 35, the white would read somewhere around 70, so we wanted to go somewhere around 40, so we make sure anything less than that 40 that it stopped. Alright, once that came in, we would put a little stop in here to say go unlimited until you sense this light, and then we wanted you to stop. We'll come back with another move. We would say, okay, once you have stopped, we want you to back up for one rotation. Then I want you to go and turn around. Alright. Come right here, I change my steering to a turn. I like setting up the degrees on the turn. We're going to say that you're going to go about 500. It's not going to be a complete turn, but it will turn you around. And then this is going to run continually. So if we only had this and we put it inside a box that had or a big whiteboard with black tape around it, we had the correct settings here on our light sensor, it would run continually until it saw the black tape, then it would stop, then it would back up, then it would turn around, loop back around, run continually until it saw more white tape. Now at the same time in our battles, you went until you got touched 3 times. So you would need to add a loop here. Remember, we can add this right here to run the program right here, or run a program at the same time. And this loop that we put in is going to have a wait for touch. I'll put this right here in the middle, and I have my touch sensor, and I want to say that it's bumped. Alright, now here's the difference. If it's pressed, it's got to be pressed in and held, and then it's counted. If it's released, it's always going to start with a count. We went with a bump because it touches it, and then it counts it as a bump. And that's how we determine that this would loop right here, this control, for a count of 3 times. Alright, and we have that looping 3 times so that we can come up here. Oh, wrong one. If you ever make a mistake like that, you can just put it out there, press the delete key, it will delete it. I wanted the sound. Bring the sound down here. Set this up. Turn the volume up, that way you can hear it. And you can make it say anything that you want. There is one here that says game over. Game over. Alright. You come in here. Now this is where you can get an ultimate stop. If you notice, there are 3 little menus here. Basically everything we use is going to be right on this little green button. Now you come in here and there's advanced. There's all these different ones. The data, things like that. If you go to flow, there is a stop and flow. It's just an all stop. Alright, you can minimize that. You don't need that. Now this program would battle and be our battle program, and you can see that up top we're continually driving around in the circle. Now we're going up to the line, we see the line, we back up, we turn around, we take off until we see a line again. Well, while that's going, we're also waiting on this touch sensor here. Alright, touch sensor's touch, it comes out here, checks a count for 1, comes back around, waits till the touch sensor is bumped again, waits for a count of 2, back around. Once it hits the 3rd time, it plays the game over and it stops. Alright, this stop will override this. It will stop this all once it gets through the touch sensor. There are many other changes that you can do. Some kids like to grab a sound and go in here and make it say something every time it's touched. We'll just pick one here. So every time that it's bumped, it would say whoops like that. Loop back around. 3rd time it does, then it goes to the game over and stops. There's a lot of different things you can do with this. You can put switches and use your sonar, so if somebody comes up towards your touch sensor, you turn around, things like that. Kids will get as advanced as you let them and as advanced as they want. This is just a simple program, but it's someplace that you can start. Hopefully this tutorial's helped you, and may your battle be great and your robot win the battle.